the natural.
He's the rage. Meet this personality at our refreshment counter. Treat the family.
Here's a choice of food and drink to satisfy anyone and everyone. You'll find something to please you to add to your evening's enjoyment. Something to please all tastes and age groups.
Show starts in 6 minutes.
Time now for your barbecue break. Treat yourself right now to that good old Southern-style Just Right barbecue. Steeped in taste-tingling barbecue sauce, made just right from fresh, firm, choice ingredients. The recipe handed down for generations and cooked Southern-style to tender perfection. Slowly, hour after hour, capturing the taste-tempting barbecue flavor. It's just right tender goodness, generously spooned on a fresh, soft bun for you. It's hard to wait. It smells so good. And oh boy, it is lip-smacking good. Here it comes, your Southern-style Just Right barbecue on a bun with all the delicious trimmings. A snack to remember. Enjoy it now along with your choice of hot or cold drinks. It's a favorite of all the family. Prepared and served just right. The only thing better than this barbecue sandwich is the next one. Just try the best barbecue in the land that made barbecue famous. It's Southern style, just right barbecue.
Show starts in 5 minutes.
Flips, the new snack sensation. Flips, the crispy, crunchy chip with a zesty, tantalizing flavor all its own. And an airy lightness that's so satisfying, but not filling. We make them fresh right here, so you can treat yourself to a cup or a bag full of America's newest chip-type snack while you're watching the show. Flips, deliciously different.
Show starts in 4 minutes.
Yes, Toddy, the chocolate malt in a can.
It's so good hot. It's so good cold.
It hits the spot with young and old.
Yes, Toddy pleases everybody. Delicious chocolate malted toddy, made with rich, real milk, not powdered milk.
So come and get it, everybody. It's time to drink your chocolate toddy.
Delicious.
Show starts in 3 minutes.
They're at the movies, it's a big date. They love their popcorn, look what they ate. This kind of action, the main attraction. Oh boy, ain't love grand. He's buying lots of goodies, ice cream, Pepsi, and peanuts too. Living on love's not easy, you need your strength to woo. Now he returns, what's this she yearns? Refreshing Pepsi, a kiss he earns. Romance and pleasure, and for good measure, thirst-quenching Pepsi. For those who think young.
show starts in 2 minutes.
Best popcorn in town is Manly's High Pop in regular or jumbo cartons. Here's why. Take the tastiest, tenderest, scientifically grown popcorn, add pure, delicious seasoning and specially prepared salt. Then let the famous Manly machine work its magic on Manly popcorn, America's favorite popcorn. Crisp, savory, wonderful. Visit our concession stand now for Manly's High Pop.
Show starts in 1 minute.
The management of this theater thanks you for your patronage.
And now, on with the show.
Refreshing, ice-cold Coca-Cola with a bright, right taste and a special sparkle all its own. Enjoy your Coke at our snack stand right now.
The show starts in 9 minutes. The show starts in 8 minutes.
Fresh candies, the flavors you love. Assorted drinks, your favorite beverages. Hot coffee. Hot dogs the way you like them. Ice cream smoothly delicious.
The show will start in 7 minutes.
Here's a choice of food and drink to satisfy anyone and everyone. You'll find something to please you to add to your evening's enjoyment. Something to please all tastes and age groups.
The show starts in 6 minutes. The show starts in 5 minutes. The show starts in 4 minutes. The show starts in 3 minutes. The show starts in 2 minutes. The show starts in 1 minute. And now, on with the show.
Good evening. It's intermission time. And during the next 10 minutes, we invite you to visit our refreshment stand located in the center of the drive-in.
Hi, folks. I'm Rico.
Oh, Nacho.
He's Peppy.
See?
You can find us at the concession stand in the lobby.
Along with all sorts of other tasty goodies.
See?
Rico's Nachos, a refreshingly new and different snack discovery. Chock full of high-quality ingredients, crisp, fresh tortilla chips, covered with creamy aged cheddar cheese, topped off with zesty jalapeno pepper rings. Rico's Nachos, out of sight.
Remember, folks, we're the new star at the snack bar. Rico's Nachos, a new taste treat you can't beat.
See?
Rico's Nachos, on sale at the snack bar now.
Refreshing, ice-cold Coca-Cola with a bright, right taste and a special sparkle all its own. Enjoy your Coke at our snack stand right now.
Sorry, sir. This is a private mountain.
But I only wanted it.
This mountain is reserved for patrons. It's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats.
But I am a patron.
Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Fresh, lean beef, done to a golden brown, couched in a soft bun, and garnished to taste. Man, that's hunger heaven. And you'll feel like you're heaven sent when you get one at our refreshment stand.
Great being in a drive-in watching Super Flick and eating all this great food.
This flick is making me hungry.
It makes me want to flick my bick.
We should have gone to the drive-in where we could eat and flick to our heart's content.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Well, come on then. I'm going to have a pizza and popcorn and ice cream.
And I'm going to have a burger with fries and a soft drink. Yum, yum, yum. This was a great idea.
Yeah.
Our tempting, tasty French fries go with everything. Come and get them. They are hot. They are delicious.
Save your battery and your disposition. When it rains, you can still enjoy the movie with a Drizzle Guard rain visor. Simply press suction cups to the windshield as shown in the detail on your instruction sheet. Drizzle Guards are on sale now at the concession stand.
Refresh yourself. It's intermission time. The concession stand is open and ready to serve you.
Get the drift? We feature ice-cold drinks at our concession.
Hope you're enjoying yourself. You have 5 minutes to visit our refreshment stand.
Sneaking out to the drive-in? Why not take the kiddies along and save the expense of a sitter? Everyone enjoys the drive-in.
Buenos dias, muchachos y muchachas. Good morning. I am Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy coming to you live from Joshua Tree, California. Thank you for joining me. It's early. It is the 2nd of June, and I'm exhausted. I have an in-studio guest, and if you listen real close, you can probably hear him snore. I'll try to have him do it on cue. Yeah, what'd you guys do this weekend? I had a ball. I did absolutely nothing. And I got stuff done, too. Oh my God, no way. Yeah, totally way, man. Like curds and way? Yeah. Yeah, like anchors away. Oh my God. There's some new additions to the studio here. Let me change camera angles. I took the TV down. My daughter wants me to stick it in the van so she can play video games when we're camping. So I gotta do that today. Let me go camping tomorrow. This is part of my van sitting over here. My van, man. So speaking of van, the kids went to the mall last night and did the claw machine. And Joey won this cool mystery machine and a Shaggy back there. I was gonna call him Squiggy. I don't know why I was going to call him Squiggy. Probably because I've got Laverne and Shirley on the brain. Tomorrow is Laverne and Shirley Day on the show here. So we're going to talk about Laverne and Shirley tomorrow. Today we're going to talk about a movie. It is one of those educational films from the 80s that really got people revved up, you know, about guitar playing. Gosh, guitar play. Ooh, Ruth shared a story. Good old Ruth. I like to hear from Ruthie. Over there in England, makes me feel special. crap. I didn't stir it. Stir it up. Little dog. Stir it up. Arg. So it's a little bit weird in the studio because I've got one light off. So my face is in the shadows. Call me Shadow Face. I am the anti-hero. Shadow Face. Shadow Face. Is that like Shadow Puppet? Yeah, it is. It's exactly what it is. It's Shadow Face is Shadow Puppet. Shut up, you big dummy. Oh my God. So let's see, what did we do over the weekend? Not much. Saturday we went to Alvera Street, drove out there, had lunch, did some shopping, and came back, and that was it. That was all. Bada bing bang boom. I got home with the worst neck ache in history. Halfway home, my neck started to go and started to just jab me with knives. It was horrible. It was horrible. I had to ride home, halfway home, just hanging onto my neck, tilting sideways, looking like a cripple. Looking like a cripple? I was feeling like a dead man. I mean, I was just... it was horrible. Fucking horrible. And like, oh. No, really. Miriam, hold all my calls, please. I'm going in because I need another one. I did not want to get up this morning. But I just felt like I had to do this. I had to... I'm not going to be able to be in the studio for about 3 days. Almost 3 whole days. Oh, there goes my live signal. I'm dropping frames here, people. Oh my God. What did he say? What did he say? He's dropping what? So I got some new subscribers. Which is fucking crazy, man. I didn't expect to get over 200 for a while. I figured I'd hover at 200 for a while and then go from 200 to 198 up to 101 and just kind of bounce around, right? But I got another subscriber. And I'm so happy. So happy that I subscribed right back. I was like, oh my God. So I found their page and hit the subscribe button. So now we're buddies. I can't remember his name. The last guy that I subscribed to. I don't know what it was. Henry Giuseppe or something. Could have been anything. Let's see. What do we have today? We have a lot going on because it's Monday. Today's record of the day is the best of the stylistics. This is one of those records that I just heard so much of in the 70s. All of this stuff was on the radio. Look at that. Those are some great fucking tunes. Stylistics. Beautiful stuff, baby. Just beautiful. Oh, look, and there's our TV guide for the day. Isn't that great? And our movie of the week is Benji. That's it. Just Benji. Because, you know, we love Benji. Let's talk about Benji. Oh, my nose goes crazy. Oh, man. Oh, that. Look at the nose. So, Benji. What a great friggin' movie. It's like 1972, 1973, 1973. Joe Camp is, he's the writer and the producer. And isn't he the director as well? Yeah, a film by Joe Camp. That's it. It's a great friggin' film. The soundtrack is great. I feel love all around. It's just a bitchin' movie. Peter Breck is the star. He is, he plays the gentleman clad in black leather on the TV show The Big Valley. That's who Peter Breck is, the older brother on The Big Valley. For the life of me, I can't remember that character's name. But there are just a bunch of great old Hollywood actors in this thing. Yeah, Francis Bavier is one of the great guest appearances. Edgar Buchanan was an old guy. As soon as you see him and hear him, you go, "Oh my God, it's that old dude." And Terry Carter. Terry Carter is the he's the guy that works alongside, unwillingly works alongside McCloud, Dennis Weaver's character in the series McCloud. I really dig Terry Carter. I love his character, Detective Broadhurst on McCloud. Every episode of the first season, I was like, is he in it? Is he in it? Is he in it? You know, and then every once in a while his name would pop up at the end, or sometimes in the opening credits down low. And it was like, when are they going to put this guy in the opening credits? He's like a main character. And finally, by the second or third season, they finally get him in the opening credits on a regular basis, next to J.D. Cannon, the guy who plays the chief Peter B. Clifford on the episode, the TV series McCloud. On the movie Benji, Terry Carter plays a police officer. It's like he's destined to play police officers, and it's about the same time as McCloud is on television. Terry Carter is in this movie, and it's not one of those blockbuster Hollywood hits with 1 million stars and a big huge budget. In fact, the bulk of the budget, I would assume, was spent on just getting a few names, a few actors in the movie with names. And because there's almost nothing spent on the actual movie itself. I mean, it's shot in houses, on the streets, in parks, just anywhere they can shoot and get away with it, right? The director, the writer, producer is also the gentleman who trained all of these animals. And he actually gets into doing a little bit more than just Benji later on in the years. In fact, I for the life of me can't find the title, but there was another movie right around the Benji era that he did with more animals. Let's see. Today is Monday, and not even a day after I put together a video time machine did I hear more bad news. We lost Loretta Swit. No more Hot Lips. She's gone. All we have is just hundreds of pieces of video with her in it, which you could leave less. You could leave a whole lot less, you know, and maybe that's immortality right there. Maybe it's just being remembered. If so, the Egyptians got it going on, because they are so far their mortality has reigned for thousands of years. Alive or dead, they shall not be forgotten, right? So there's a thing. How do you do that? Can you hear snoring? No. That's all right. I can. It's quite pleasant, right? Totally. I assumed he'd get up because I'm annoying, and he's usually up anyway watching the show, so it must be the jet lag. No, the kids went out last night, went to the mall, and then came back and went for a walk. Oh my God! Since when do kids do that? Right? Think about health and exercise. Well, these kids do. And that's pretty cool. That's cool by me. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the last few days with Joey here. I hope he can't hear me, because I don't want to swell his head. It's been friggin' awesome. Not just for me and my psyche and my brain and my emotional health, but for my wife and daughter as well. They really like Joey. Everybody loves Joey. So we're just hanging out. It kind of feels like we're a little family, really. It's weird. But in a good way. Yeah. The dogs. Every time Joey comes in, the dogs come running in, want to see what's going on, jump on his bed. We took off to L.A. and they spent the whole day in his bed. When's Joey coming back? Yeah, Alvera Street was great, man. I can't believe we got to go to Alvera Street. And it was a short trip. I mean, it was literally a 7-hour trip. A couple of hours in the car, a couple of hours there, a couple of hours in the car back. It's weird. We were in the car more than we were there. It's crazy. Snore it, baby. Saw them logs. I love a good sleep, you know. I don't get it, but so I appreciate it in others. A good sleep, man. Last night, I didn't sleep for shit. I'm like, what do I gotta go camping to get a good night's sleep? Yeah, that's it. So tomorrow, after the show, we're gonna pack up and go camping, and we'll be broadcasting live from Big Bear, California, for the next couple of days. So there you go. We also lost, this is a heavy one for me, we lost Peter Yarrow of Peter, Paul, and Mary. When I was young, when I was a little kid, my theme song was Puff the Magic Dragon. I'd listen to it all the time. I had a little plastic record player and those little Fisher-Price plastic records, and I would sit and listen to Puff the Magic Dragon over and over and over, and Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head by Glenn Campbell. Yeah, when I was gathering up elements for this week's Time Machine, I happened upon some Peter Yarrow and Peter, Paul, and Mary, and most especially I came upon a live 1960s live recording of Puff the Magic Dragon with Peter, Paul, and Mary. I think it's in black and white. I just remember watching it and just being like sad. And of course, you know, when people die, most of the time, we're sad for ourselves because of our loss, right? Do we ever grieve for that person's loss? I mean, they're gone. They're the ones that gone. They lost their life. It's over. It's done. Show's over. Good night, Irene. You know, so who are we really mourning? Are we mourning for our loss? Are we mourning for them? What they actually just went through? I don't know. I don't know. I think that most of the time, the mourning is just to help the dead exit our lives. You know, and mourning is just a way to say goodbye. So there you go. I don't mean to get maudlin, but that's the way it is. I almost don't want to turn on the news this morning because I assume somebody else is going to be gone. And, oh, that's a little better. I don't want that. I feel like I was talking to my wife last night about feeling, when I was younger, feeling like I was making things happen by willing them to happen, by either not worrying about them enough and then I cause it to happen, or worrying about it too much and overthinking stuff and would cause things to happen. Things that were completely out of my control, right? Yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's just the way life is. It's out of your control. It's out of control. I'm thinking, I told my wife, we need a bigger house. We need a bigger house. We need another room for Joey. And we need room for cats. I want cats. She's like, no cats. And I said, come on, the dogs want a cat. She's like, no cats. I could imagine in this house, no cats. It's small. It's a tiny house. If we had a big 3 or 4 bedroom house with a garage, or at least a piece of property with a couple of tiny homes on it, I could see, I could totally see a big family dwelling type place, you know. For my money, it's a little house with a couple of little tiny homes and a bunch of outbuildings. That works for me, you know. A house is a house, but when you've got a little compound with little buildings everywhere, so you can kind of be in your own world at any time, I think that's pretty cool. Totally cool, man. Totally. Yarp. I was talking to my wife saying, you know what, when we get home from camping, let's dig around under the bed and see what's in there. Every once in a while you gotta do that. I use under the bed for storage, so there's quite a few things packed under my bed. My wife's got like a bag of shoes and another bag of like clothing, and I've got cameras, video cameras, video cables, and stacks of 16mm film. So I need to go through it and figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with it. I think next week and the weeks to come, I'm really gonna double down on, there's that, I love it. I'm really gonna double down on sharing all of the crap that's in my house. You know, I'm so jealous of somebody who can sleep while somebody else is talking. You know, wow. You're making me mad. I'm telling you. Oh, coffee. I'm gonna have to heat this up. I haven't been drinking it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that needs some heat. All right. I'm gonna have to hook up that hot plate here for my coffee cup. It's the smart thing to do. Yeah. So it's Monday. Monday is just all about movies. Movies. I don't remember a whole lot of movies with Loretta Swit. Right? I just don't. Mainly because I think she's overshadowed by all of the stuff that she did on TV. She did a lot of TV. She only did mainly MASH as a series. She did a lot of TV movies. Okay, just real quick, buzz through the news to see any highlights of anybody from my era that has shuffled off this mortal toil. Did he say coil? Yeah, I gotta put a new one in the car. I gotta put another mortal coil in the car. In the van, man. Let's see. Oh, no. There it is. IMDb. And let's take a look at Loretta Swit. And let's take a look at her list of achievements in the acting arena. I put too many R's. Okay, there she is. Hot Lips Houlihan. Her last acting credit was in 2019. And before that, wow, it was 30 years before that she did anything. Beach Movie, Mrs. Jones. She did an episode of Diagnosis Murder in 98 as well. An episode of Burke's Law. In a movie called Forest Warrior. I think I remember that movie. Murder, She Wrote, The Big Balloons, A Killer Among Friends, another TV movie. She was a voice in the animated series Batman. After School Specials, one episode. She did a lot of stuff in the 80s. A lot of stuff in the 80s and a bunch of stuff in the 70s. Her first gig on TV was Mannix, and then Mission Impossible, and that was 1970. Also in 1970, Mission Impossible and Gunsmoke. In 1971, Cade's Country and The Bold Ones, The New Doctors. 72, she was pretty dang busy. Hawaii Five-0, Deadhead Miles, Fireball Forward, Bonanza, Stand to Be Counted, Sam Cade, Young Dr. Kildare, and that was in 72. 73, Ironside, Shirts and Skins, Love American Style. Yeah. 74, Petrocelli, Freebie and the Bean, The Last Day, it's Bird, it's Plane, it's Superman, and then there it is, Race with the Devil. She plays Alice in the movie Race with the Devil. This is one of those freaky movies that I saw on TV as a kid. And it was just straight up hillbilly, right? Or hick, or Timbuktu fucking crazy, right? So Race with the Devil was a movie about two couples, Peter Fonda and Loretta Swit, and Warren Oates and Laura Parker, right? These two couples in a motorhome, just on vacation, cruising around. And they're terrorized by a satanic cult. They happen to witness a satanic ritual and a murder, and from then on, they're just in a world of shit, right? That's a great movie. That is a fantastic movie. While I'm sitting here this morning, I am now going to pull up the record of the day, the movie of the week, and I am going to pull up, see if I can find this movie here, Race with the Devil, or at least a trailer, so you can check it out. It is a freaking just bizarre movie. One of those freaky, edge of your seat, watching in the middle of the night by yourself, curled up on the couch, scared shitless. Or, like watching the Paranormal Activity by yourself, right? That's kind of crazy. Just sitting on the couch all by yourself, right? Let's see, Race with the Devil, 1975 movie. Here we go. Trailer. There's a lot of talk about it, so there you go. You can rent it or buy it on YouTube. And let me go ahead and post a trailer. And we'll see if we can't turn that off. Can't get you a trailer to watch. Yeah, hear me now. While that boots up, I'll go ahead and knock out this bong in here. It's just been sitting here. God, it's after 5:30 already. That's crazy, man. Crazy, man. Okay. Let me go ahead and post this here. Paste to post. Not full movie. Oh, look at that. I didn't click in. Trailer. That's nice. Get that snoring on recording forever. So when he comes back later and watches this episode, he'll know that he was on it. I ain't lying. You were on my show. I said you were going to be on my show, and you were. I said he was going to be in the studio, and he is. I didn't say he was going to be, like, on camera, right? I'm a little devil, huh? I'm a little devil. Okay, let's do Benji. Benji movie. 1974. Okay, the movie box, there it is. Share. Nice. Yeah, baby. He's lumberjacking. That's excellent. Excellent. Oh, yeah, baby. What else do we have? We have the record, the best of the stylistics, right? Let's see if we can find that. This is the record of the day. Best of the stylistics, full album. There it is. There it is. All in 10 videos. Yeah, baby. Alright. Alright, I'm going to view the full playlist over here. And copy that playlist. And it looks like they're actual recordings, so that's cool. Alright, looks like that's pretty complete. So let's put that. Yeah, baby. There it is. Now we can put that in there. What did we say it was? $1975. That's what it was. There we go. Goal. I did it. I did it. I done it. Alright, and now me and Willie are gonna go heat up the coffee. So shh, don't wake up, Joey. Be right back. It's a little chili. Like a little hot pepper. Really? No, really. But I don't want to change the air because my guest is sleeping. And I'm only glad that he can sleep through the show. I assumed that he was going to wake up and we were going to hang out and talk, but assumptions, you know. So there you go. That's all right, though. That's all right. It's more important that he gets his rest and can hang out and do stuff. He's really getting along with my daughter, and I really like that. It's nice. They both really get along. Let's see, we got a lot accomplished this morning so far. We've got the TV guide. I think we should read from the TV guide because it's Monday and it's a new TV guide. This one has, of course, Grizzly Adams and Ben on the cover. And that's Bozo, who plays Ben on the show. This one is from 1977, I believe. Yes, 1977. It's for the week of June 11 through June 17th. I'm trying to pick ones that are in the month. It's not going to line up exactly, but at least we're in the same month, right? And that's pretty cool. I think I've got 3 at about the same week in 3 different years. Let's take a look and see what they have on Saturday morning, because that's the most important thing to me as a kid in the 1970s and 80s. So if we were living in Bakersfield or in Central California, which is where this is from, we would be worried probably about agriculture. This is Bakersfield. Bakersfield Today, the voice of agriculture, Ag USA. Saturday Children's Showcase, Jabberjaw, Pink Panther. This is for June the 11th, 1977. Mr. Rogers, Black Buffalo. What's Black Buffalo? I don't know what Black Buffalo is. Let's write it in here in our notes this morning and see if we can find it. Black Buffalo. Because I've never heard of that. One Allen Buffalo. 1977 TV, and I'll just put TV. I imagine it's a kids' morning show or a morning documentary show. I don't know. Bakersfield in the news. Scooby-Doo Dino-Mutt. I Voice of Tokyo. I couldn't find anything on Voice of Tokyo. Not in my, you know. I try not to look for it on YouTube first. I try to look for it in a place where I can actually use it. Dusty's Treehouse. Dusty's Treehouse. Yeah, that's a show that we used to watch when I was a kid. Croft Super Show. That would be the one with the Bay City Rollers on it. And in fact, I believe I remember this year. Okay, so this year we're living in we're not living anywhere. I think at this point in 1977 we're in a motorhome in Lake Elsinore just before the owner of the motorhome wants it back, and I think he reports it stolen because my parents just don't return it. And then all of a sudden we're without a home, and we wind up in Fallbrook, and my father starts going to UCSD while my mother's working in Hollywood. So we're pretty much latchkey kids. We spend most of the time alone in this mobile home park with all these other kids that are doing the same thing. It was alright. Didn't suck. I didn't have any friends, but it didn't suck. I didn't have one friend. Nope. For that whole year, 77, 78 school year, didn't have one friend.
Nope. Big John, Little John. I don't know what the hell that is. Let's see if there's any good shows. Fat Albert. Rancho Notorious. Fritz Lang. Directed Mel Ferrer, Arthur Kennedy, Marlena Dietrich. I'm not really into her. U.S. Farm Report. Assignment K, 1968. The Plainsman. Sports Spectacular. Eye Monster. Doodly. Not really a whole lot of fun stuff going on here. Movie The Dawn Patrol, Porter Wagner, a couple of episodes of Porter Wagner. Yeah. Not much. Wide World of Sports, Boxers. Survival techniques for our African big game hunting. Come on. Oh, here we go. Here's a Don Kirshner's rock concert from probably the night before. Al Stewart, Chubby Checker, the Bay City Rollers, Queen, Blondie, the Babies, Comic, Rick Podell, and the Mime Company. Wow. That good old Nashville music is on at the same time. Barbara Mandrell, George Hamilton the Fourth. What the hell is that? The movie Gorgo is on. There you go, Gorgo. Gotta love a movie called Gorgo. At 6 p.m. Hee Haw is on. Barbie Benton, Terry Bradshaw. What? The Gong Show, Milton Berle, Ruth Buzzy, Soupy Sales. Wow. Klondike Annie, Mae West. My father would have wanted to watch that. Hollywood Squares, William Conrad, Elkie Summer, Rob Reiner, Arthur Godfrey, Connie Stevens, Florence Henderson. That's not all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's only 6. There must be some regulars in there, and I don't know what the regulars were at that point. Jacques Cousteau. Alright, 8 o'clock. Wonder Woman. Roy Rogers. I remember that episode. I got them all on DVD, so. Emergency. This must be when it was prime time. Yep, it was prime time, so it's not called Emergency 1, or Emergency 51, or Emergency, I don't know. Mary Tyler Moore. At 8:30, Bob Newhart, and That's the Way It Was in Sports. ABC News Special at 9, documentary To the Queen, a salute to Queen Elizabeth II. What, did she just pass away? Probably, huh? More Dead Than Alive, Western movie. All in the Family. And at 9:30, Alice. At 10, Feather and Father Gang. Commercial photographer, murder suspect. What the hell is this? Harold Gould, Stephanie Powers. I'm going to have to look for this one as well. And this is called Feathers. And Father Gang. 1977 TV show. And let's see what that is. Huh. That looks like it might be downright interesting. And Carol Burnett, also at 10. And then we move into late evening, and then Sunday morning, and let's just jump right to Sunday evening and see what's coming on Sunday night. That would have been last night. 6 p.m. Forum discussion, Last Day of the Wild. Argonsky at Large. I don't know what the hell that is. Some guy named Argonsky having a show, I guess. Ruth Gelman's People Show. That sounds interesting. Gelman. Huh. Wilburn Brothers Music. Music Hall America. Oh wait, that's 5:30. Let's go back to 6. Ironside, Wall Street Week. Wild Kingdom at 6:30. Candid Camera at 6:30. 7. ABC Special, The Hidden Universe. The Brain. The Brain. World of Disney at 7. Union Arnie's New Balloon Corps. The Flying Spy. Ah. Wow. Darren McGavin. Vincent Van Patten. Jeff Corey. There you go. Woman Time and Company. Well, look at how women are portrayed in the media. What else we got here? Firing Line, 60 Minutes, Consumer Survival Kit. At 8 o'clock, $6 Million Man, repeat. Columbo, repeat. Symphonies, the Previn and the Pittsburgh. That would be symphony stuff. Rhoda. Oh, I hate Rhoda. Man, Valerie Harper just grosses me out. I can't stand the sound of her voice. I can't stand... Oh, she just irks me like nothing else. At 8:30, Phyllis. At 9, a movie, Suicide Run with Michael Caine and Cliff Robertson. Let's see. Movie Switch. Pete and Mac investigate the possible murder of a detective who is suspected of cocaine user. Wow. Oh, Robert Wagner. 8:30, Corey for the People, 1977 TV movie. Let's have some coffee. Totally. There you go. There you go. Who's Who? Robert Blake talks about violence on TV. And his control over Beretta. He was so full of shit. Is he still alive? Because he's still full of shit. Robert Blake. You just listen to him in any interviews back then. And he was a child actor. He played Mickey on the Little Rascals way back in the 30s or something, right? So he's been around forever. He's been in Hollywood. But when you hear him talk in those interviews about stuff, he's just so full of himself. He's just full of shit. Somebody just spent their whole lives buttering that guy up to make him think that he was the shit. No, I don't think so, buddy. And let's move into Monday. Let's see what's on tonight in Bakersfield back in June 13th, 1977. Star Trek at 6. Wow. It is actually the first episode, I think. Well, it's an episode... Yeah, it's the guy with the black face and the white face and the guy with the white face and the black face. Frank Gorshin, Lou Antonio. And Science fiction blends with psychology in this drama about two aliens who bring their millennium-long battle aboard the Enterprise. It almost sounds like they're saying, hey, do you know what this show's about? No? Odd Couple. At 6:30, we've got Bewitched and Zoom and My Three Sons. At 7, Testimony of Two Men. John Burney. I'm not into John Burney. And then a bunch of your random shows on at 7 as well. Andy Griffith, Adam 12, Partridge Family, that kind of crap. 7:30, Odd Couple. Some more news programs. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. Wild World of Animals. I was just looking at a promo. And, okay, Hollywood Squares. Marty Allen, Charo, John Biner, Paul Lynn, Anthony Newley, Bernadette Peters, Tony Randall, Karen Valentine, Jonathan Winters. All right, 8 o'clock, prime time, Little House on the Prairie. Yep. Documentary World War I. The Jeffersons, Black Journal, Pellicula, The Chairman 1969 movie, Pilot comedy Walkin' Walter, a free-spirited vaudevillian who contentedly freeloads on his long-lost brother's wife and her two foster children. Okay. Walk in, Walter. Pilot. 1977. We'll see what that looks like. More World War I. And then at 8:30, oh, I gotta show you this. Shields and Yarnell. Oh. I don't know about you, but mine's creeped me out. And Shields and Yarnell were just creepy. Lorraine Yarnell, she played Dot Matrix on the movie Spaceballs. But other than that, they were just annoying. They really were. They brought mime and miming into the mainstream, and we hate them for it. Just leave that shit on the streets of France, man. We don't need that shit on TV. I guess they did in 1977, but nope. Nope. Shields and Yarnell. The War Between the Tates. Poldark. Maude is on at 9. I love a good episode of Maude. Now what's 6RMSRIVVU? Special. Carol Burnett, Alan Alda. The name is so annoying, I don't even want to look it up. It was a Broadway hit, and I'm not into Broadway, so there you go. At 10, Marcus Welby, MD. 10:30, The Best of Ernie Kovacs. Aye. Aye. Rivals of Sherlock Holmes. The Woman in the Big Hat. Who plays Sherlock Holmes? Doesn't say. It doesn't say. Maybe it's just Rivals of, and he's not there. We go into late night and Love American Style, Kojak, Streets of San Francisco, Night of Dark Shadows. Ooh. Kate Jackson. Tomorrow is Tom Snyder, and then no more. They shut it off. They turn the TV off at 2:30 in the morning. And then that's all she wrote. No more TV. No more TV. So as I promised this morning, we are going to watch a movie. It's not a long movie. I think it's about 20 minutes. So it should be pretty cool. It's called Starstruck, and it is one of those educational films that kind of teaches. I have no idea what it's about. I know it's a girl who plays guitar, and she is, quote unquote, starstruck with her favorite guitar player. She probably finds out he's a douchebag and then wants to give it up or something, and then has to find a new challenge in life. I don't know. We'll go there. We'll have fun there. We'll check it out, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Let's see. There it is, Starstruck. I try to remember to load it into my morning file so that I don't have to search around. So we're going to start the movie, and I will be down in the corner and giving you colorful commentary. Let's go and see what we get when we get what we get. And there we go. Hey, all right. I recognize her. Oh, she's late. Joanna Merlin. I love it when the sound is all screwed up. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Catch that bus.
Wait, open up!
Wait. Damn it. WP what? So this is obviously not the West Coast.
I'm not frightened. Suddenly I'm not shy. Love can be conversation, bringing us close together, helping us find each other.
That's horrible. Hey, mira mi madre.
Have some juice?
No.
Hey, Superwoman, relax. The boss is rich enough.
The more shirts you finish, the more money you make. When are you going to get that through your head, Yolanda?
I tell you what I got through my head.
Yolanda.
It's nice to finish the job, but it's more important that the job don't finish you.
That's easy for you to say. Your kids are grown up. I still got Alicia to think about.
Alicia. Is that Alicia?
Jessica, this is Alicia Marie, my friend from high school.
Right. Hello, Alicia.
Hi.
Certainly have a loyal fan in Steve. What are you going to sing for us today?
It's called My City Song.
So this guy is Bruno from the movie Fame, and he plays a kid in Fame.
The boys on the corner talking, they whistle as I pass through. But I don't look, I keep on walking. On my block, that's what nice girls do. But in my heart, I know they're so shy. That's why they come on so strong, and I sing la la. lay low, my city song. Rumble of the subway passing by, green banana man, you hear his cry. Pigeons on the roof too fast to fly. I can hear the music, city, let me use it. My eyes and my ears are open wide to songs that the city hums. The music, it finds its way inside, then suddenly out it comes. And in my heart, you know I feel it. That's how I know I belong when I sing la 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 lay low, my city song, la 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 lay low, my city song.
Good song.
Oh, that
Where
sound
did you
is
find
messed
it?
up.
I wrote it.
You write many songs?
A few here and there.
She's written lots of them, dozens.
Well, you'll have a chance to sing them here. Have an opening for 5 nights a week. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds great.
Wow.
Alicia?
Alicia?
Mama, the greatest thing just happened to me.
Never mind. I have some good news, too, for a change.
What?
I told my boss about you.
Oh, no.
I walked up to him just like that. And tomorrow morning, you got an interview for the bookkeeping job.
Oh.
But Mama, I already have a job.
What?
Mama, I'm gonna be a singer.
A singer?
Steve got me an audition at a coffee house. It's called Jessica's. I have to wait on tables, but I get to sing all my songs, and you never know who'll be in the audience.
I wish that Steve would stop putting ideas in your head.
Mama, I wanted to
Come
audition.
on, Mama.
You listen to me. Steve's father, he's a rich lawyer. His son can afford to waste time with some coffee house job. You have to think about your future.
Oy.
I am. Lots of important people go there. Agents, producers. I may even get a record contract.
I tell you what, next phone bill we get, instead of making out a money order, I'll send you down to the telephone company, and you sing them your songs, and we'll see how far that gets us.
Daddy would have never said that.
Bitch.
He used to tell me I had a pretty voice.
Bitch. How do parents do that? I can't understand that. I just can't understand it.
You do have a pretty voice, Nena.
But
so do a lot of other people.
But
And how many of them can make a living with their singing? One in a million, maybe?
But
So you got to think sensible. Hasn't been easy for us, especially since your papa died.
get the rest of your
What
life
I make
to
doesn't
think
go very
sensible.
far.
I know, Mom.
It was very hard for me to go talk to Mr. Miller. This is a very big favor he's doing. You'll be a bookkeeper. And next year, when you get out of high school with no experience, you think it's going to be easy to find a good job? I'm not saying you have to stay with Mr. Miller forever.
Huh. But what are you
better
saying?
start than this. You're not going to find. So use your head, Nena.
Bitch.
Never mind the coffee house.
So tell me, Ms. Marin, how long have you had this burning desire to be a bookkeeper?
Well, I always enjoyed working with figures.
That's good to hear. I've made it an unofficial company
Look who it is.
policy. Employ only those who enjoy.
So why did you have to score so high on that math test? Couldn't you chew bubblegum through the interview or twitch a lot?
I couldn't mess up on purpose, Steve. My mother would kill me. Besides, not that I mind the bookkeeping job, and we really could use the money. It's just that I don't want to give up the coffee house.
You can do both jobs.
Yeah,
After
Twin
all, the
Towers.
hours don't conflict.
She'd
Twin
never
Towers.
let me.
Why not?
There you
Just
go.
approach her rationally.
Look, see, that might work with your mother, but mine hasn't spent 6 years in therapy. I'm sorry. It's just that rational approaches get me nowhere.
Time to get crazy.
All right. I'll ask her.
The answer is still no.
Oh, you bitch.
It's too much. You'll be tired all the time.
It's only for the summer. Like the coffee house. It's not really like a job. It's more like fun.
Yes, lots of fun. So you get to sing a song once in a while. The rest, you're standing on your feet, taking people's orders, with the men saying fresh things to you. Maybe you should pay them for the privilege.
It's a very respectable place in a good neighborhood. And Steve said he'd take me home every night.
I still don't like it.
Mama, with the money I make at the coffee house, I can cover all my expenses. My clothes, my allowance next term. And that means you can keep all of my bookkeeping salary.
Nina, that's very nice. But
I know you're behind on bills. And with the extra money, you can afford to buy that new couch you wanted. And maybe even visit Grandma.
Gonna bribe your mother with a
You want to see
couch.
her one more time before she dies.
Aye.
when you try to do too much, you end up doing nothing right.
If it's too much for me, I'll give up the coffee house, I promise you.
You come in 1 minute past midnight, and that's the end of the job.
Thank you, Mama. It'll work out, you'll see. I know I can do it.
Why? Sure you can. You don't know what it's like to hold down one job, so of course you think you can handle two.
Let me go heat up my coffee. Be right back.
Honey, when I go meet you for lunch, how do I get to your workroom?
You eat your lunch in your office. I don't want you to ever come to the factory section.
Why not?
It's not a good idea, that's all.
Would you stop?
Now, you do everything Mrs. Forrest tells you, and I'm sure you'll be okay.
Goodbye, mi cielo. Take care. I'll see you. I'll be fine.
Then every morning, check again to make sure there are no outstanding vouchers.
Okay, Mrs. Cavares.
Now, stop me if I'm going too fast.
Well, each voucher lists the item's unit price plus the number of units completed for the day, which I multiply and then write next to the employee's social security number. In this case, it's 425 pieces at 8 cents each. That's $34.
Nice to have a live one around for a change.
She's live, but not for long if she keeps working her ass off.
Alicia, I'm sorry I kept you so late. It couldn't be helped.
I understand.
This is it, kid. You're on
Now,
that.
ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring up Alicia Marin, a very talented young lady who writes and sings her own songs. So I want you to give a very warm welcome to Alicia Marin.
Must be the Rainbow Room.
In your heart of hearts, you feel you'll be a star. And tonight at home alone, that's what you are. 'Cause your mirror swears that you're the fairest singer in the land. And your guitar is magic in your hand. So you practice at your act till it's got class. And your face holds its rehearsals in the glass. And your mirror promises that this is everything it takes. The only thing you're missing is the break. And you could write the great American hit. You could write the next great American hit. Oh yeah, tonight somewhere, someone out there could be singing it. Singing it. So you tell yourself tomorrow is the day. And the world is gonna hear those songs you play. You can hear the
They're not showing the crowd.
You know how it will be. You're safe and sound inside your fantasy, where you can write the great American hit. You could write the next great American hit. Oh yeah, tonight somewhere, someone out there could be singing it, singing it. In your heart of hearts, you feel you'll be a star.
Yeah, suck it, Mom. She's late, right? Why you come in so late? I tell you not to come in late. Now I have to kill you. Uh-huh. Oh, just sitting there fuming.
Is this the way you keep your promise to me?
Bitch.
I'm sorry, Mama. There was a mix-up and I didn't get to sing till late.
Lord.
The audience really liked me, Ma. They kept applauding and Jessica kept signaling me to sing more songs.
Because they like you?
Yeah.
That makes it all right to stay out half the night? Huh?
Yeah.
I'm going on earlier from now on, so this won't happen again. I promise, Ma.
Mr. Miller, maybe he doesn't give you applause. But he gives you
Cares
something
about Mr.
better.
fucking Miller, you
A
slave.
good paycheck.
You fucking
Only
slave.
you have to be awake to earn it.
Shut up, slave.
I'll be awake, Ma. Don't worry.
We'll see.
We'll
But
see.
I tell you right now, Alicia, you come in late one more time, and you can forget about the coffee house for good.
Parents like this, they don't deserve to be fucking parents. How dare you treat your kid like that? Give them threats and ultimatums.
This is the 4th day in a row you don't even hear the alarm.
The alarm is made for slaves. Hello?
Excuse me, Inez, could I see you in my office for a moment, please?
Now what?
Now?
Yeah.
Back to work, Yolanda. Back to work.
Oh, Mr. Miller, this is so generous of you. I don't know how to thank you.
Of course, you can't expect Miller and Sons to pay for Alicia's education without reasonably expecting to reap the benefits of it.
Oh, no, of course not.
Your daughter has a great deal of potential, Inez. Unfortunately, Alicia is so involved with her music she can't keep her mind on my payroll.
I know she likes the job here very much.
Don't lie.
I'm making an investment in your daughter. I need to know she won't change her mind midstream. The people who succeed in life, it's not because they're smarter, because they make choices and stick to them.
Don't listen to him. You're just a slave, lady. Your daughter's actually living like the humans should be.
Maybe because it's the first time in years I've had something to dance about, Uncle Paco, eh?
Oh, no.
Alicia, mi cielo.
Go on, Fernando.
Told everybody and they're throwing a party.
Congratulations. Come, Nina, give your old Uncle Paco a kiss.
What's going on?
Oh, you make your mama so happy. She give a party for you?
Ma?
Mr. Miller wants to send you to college.
How do you like that?
First, you work part-time at the place in September, and then you take night classes accounting at Baruch College. It's a special program they have for high school seniors who are good in math. Then, after you graduate, Mr. Miller will pay for you to go to college. He told me this afternoon.
Oh, the first person in our family to go to college. Here, have a piece of cake. You're gonna need your strength.
Of course, the first thing he wants you to do is forget about the music and the coffee house.
Mr. Miller said that?
Sure. He wants you there steady, not any minute you're gonna run off and be a singer.
I don't want to do it, Ma.
What?
I said I don't want to do it.
There you go.
Alicia, you think a break like this comes along every day?
Tonight, a producer
It's
asked
not
me
a
to
break.
audition for a musical.
It's
Off
chains and
Broadway.
shackles.
And for an audition, you're going to give up a permanent job? And a chance to go to college?
But I don't need Mr. Miller to send me to college. I told you I'm gonna be a singer.
You're crazy. She's crazy.
I'm not crazy.
You think because you sing in a coffee house, you're going to become a star?
You have your head in your clouds, young lady, just like her father.
Hey, Ananda, leave her alone.
You mind your own business. You never had no common sense neither.
Why can't she become a singer? You think music is only for the rich people?
I don't want to give up my music, Mommy. Can't you understand?
You're going to mess up your life.
Look, just because you don't think I'm talented doesn't mean everybody else agrees with you.
A once-in-a-lifetime offer. Anybody else would be grateful.
Well, I'm not. I don't want to work for Mr. Miller till I'm an old lady.
Yeah.
I don't want my life to be a dead end.
There you go. Slaving away for some asshole.
No. Yesterday this was supposed to go out. This is the big order. Yeah, what do you want?
I'd like to speak with Mrs. Marin.
There's no Mrs. Marin here.
Yes, there is. She's worked here for 10 years.
Honey, we're the foreman. We know who works here and not, huh?
Inez Marin. She's an operator.
Oh, Inez, one of our girls. Why didn't you say so in the first place? What do you want with her?
I'd like to talk with her.
Sorry. No one's allowed on the floor during working hours.
Wait a minute. Is it important, kid? Harry let her in. Inez is a good girl. She's not a troublemaker like the others. Go ahead and kid. Get the order out, huh?
Do it. Never go back to that fucking place.
How'd it go? What's the matter?
My mother's right. I don't stand a chance.
What happened?
I'm better off facing facts now.
Marin.
I made a complete fool of myself.
Oh, come on.
You don't believe
Look
me?
at that walk.
They shove this music at me. They give me 30 seconds to learn it. The minute I open my mouth, the musical director tells me to move it down a fifth. Then he tells me to change the time signature. I didn't even understand what they were talking about.
So you can't transpose on the spot. Big
Oh, the
deal.
other girls could. They had beautiful, trained voices. Much better than mine.
Oh, great. One little setback and you're ready to call it quits.
Well, I'd like to see how brave you'd be without your father's money to fall back on.
Hey, I admit my family's better off.
Oh, well, that's big of you. My mother is 40 years old, and the foreman still calls her a girl. It's 120 degrees where she works. She's been over that machine all day, and she brings home almost nothing.
Okay, so she's got a raw deal.
Well, you better believe it. I saw her on the job today for the first time. I never knew it was like that. I never knew what she was so afraid of, why it was so important for her that my life be different. I made up my mind, Steve. I'm gonna take Mr. Miller's offer.
Oh.
Well, since I'm giving up music, I'd have to quit in
Bullied
September
into
anyway.
slavery.
I mean, there's just no point.
I thought you were going to make a career of music. Go to school, get some training.
Jessica, my mother can't afford to send me to music school.
If your musical important to you, you'd figure out a way to pay for your training.
Oh, you don't understand. My mother is dead set against my being a singer. Anytime I daydream, you know, about being famous, she'd tell me to get my head out of the clouds.
There's a middle ground somewhere. You might never be a superstar,
But you might be able to earn a living through your music. Imagine what you could accomplish if you study.
But where could I go?
The city colleges are one place. They all have a music program and tuition isn't high. Why don't you investigate it and see what they have to offer?
I don't know. I just don't think it'll work out.
You know what I've discovered with time, Alicia? People come to terms with gambles that didn't work out. The things they regret are the risks they didn't take.
There you go. Go for it. Man, this place is a mess in here.
Hello, Mama.
Hello?
You're crazy. Why you no one be slave?
Mama, I want you to know I'm not just a dreamer. Like you said Daddy was.
Don't get me wrong. He always meant good.
I know.
It's very hard for him.
Can't she look in the mirror and
So
see what
everybody
she's
else
going to do
getting
to her
ahead?
own daughter?
And he think to himself, why not me?
But like you said, wishing for things isn't gonna make them happen. So I have this plan.
Another plan?
I'm gonna apply to a city college, but to major in music, not in accounting. They have good programs, Mama. I check them out.
But where will you get the money, Alicia?
The tuition is low, and I worked it out with Jessica and Mr. Miller. Between my part-time job at the factory and working at the coffee house on weekends, I'll get by. Just have to cut a few corners, that's all.
Fine. Cut a few corners.
There you go.
Not the life I want for you.
It's not forever, Ma.
And it ain't your fucking life, bitch.
How can I make you understand?
Why don't you just back your daughter up?
People don't have children, so they can say no to them.
She's got her whole life to fail and then try again and then fail
You
and
were
try
this
again.
baby. In the morning, you never cried.
Why just put your head
Instead,
down?
You always woke up singing. Papa and me, we couldn't get over it. I would like nothing better than to say to you, Alicia, sing. But what I learned from life, the only thing I can say to you with a clear conscience is, Nina, you got to be practical.
But I am being practical. With a college degree, if I can't get
That's
jobs
the
singing,
slave
I
talking.
can always teach.
Practical.
Okay, maybe. But what happens 20 years from now when you think to yourself, I gave everything?
No.
And for what? I don't want you to know what it's like to feel cheated.
Did you ever try, lady?
Sometimes at school, I get jealous of the kids who have fathers. You know, who have things easier. But when I play my music, I wouldn't trade places with anybody. I'm not saying that my songs are great or anything, but I'm the only one who can write them. So I have to go on with my music, Mama.
Do it.
No matter how you feel.
Do it.
But it would mean a lot to me if you could be on my side.
Yeah. Why you no one
I'm
be
really
slave?
very happy to bring on our next singer. She's been away from us for a while, but she's back with us now, and I know you're going to love her. Please welcome singer and songwriter Alicia Marin.
Oh, mi madre está aquí.
Some people live their lives so someone else can dream. That's what you've done for me. You made the sacrifice, all that might have been, for what might someday be. It's as if you always knew. Someday I'd sing this song for you. I'm gonna make my dreams come true for you. I'm gonna make you see that I'm a dreamer who knows how to turn a dream into reality. I don't believe that just by hoping things will happen, doors will open for you. A dream is only what you give it. It won't last unless you live it too. And I'm gonna make my dreams come true for you. You always stepped aside so someone else could fly. You never tried your wings, but you opened up my eyes and made me realize how much my life could bring. It's as if you always knew. Someday I'd sing this song for you. I'm gonna make my dreams come true for you. I'm gonna make you see that I'm a dreamer who knows how to turn a dream into reality. A dream will be there when you need it, if you find the strength to see it through. And I'm gonna make my dreams come true for you.
Wow. I got a little emotional at the end there. 1981, the actor there who played her friend, this is the same year that Fame came out, the movie about the school for music and the arts. And that was one of my favorite movies and TV shows of that era. I love that TV show. Yeah, I had friends that were like, you know, had crushes on various characters on the show. I just love the fact that everybody was talented. Every time you turned around, they were doing something fun. I really wanted to go to a school like that. In fact, I got accepted to a school that was exactly that. It was just a school for music and the arts and talent. And my dad didn't even want to talk about the tuition. He's like, no, we can't afford you. No, we can't afford it. No, we can't afford it. And it's like, we can't even look into it. You spent half my life going to school, right? And sitting around reading books. And now that I wanna, and you're like, nope, ain't gonna happen. What a yutz. But he never encouraged me to do anything else. It was not like he was like, you can't do that because you have to do this. He's like, nah, fuck it. I don't care if you do anything. You know? Never encouraged me to do anything or to be anyone or to be anything special, you know, but would put me down at the drop of a hat because I never did anything and never accomplished anything to his satisfaction, right? What the hell was, you know, my role model was
and I was supposed to accomplish more than that. I think I did pretty good. I think I did pretty well. You know, he had what he had during his time, and I have what I have during my time. And I think I'm doing pretty damn good. I won't try to compare the two lives, because we're two completely different people. But I've got a family who loves me and who I love back. Both ways, unconditionally. I have two perfect women in my life that I'm so lucky to have. I put in the work, and I reap the rewards of having a wonderful family. Could he say that? So there you go. To me, that's everything. You know, to me, that's it. Knowing that my daughter has got me behind her 100% of the way in whatever she wants to do. And I will encourage her the best I can to do the best that she can in whatever she wants to do. But I'll be damned if I'm going to threaten my daughter with ultimatums because I want her to fit into the box that I want her to fit into. That's just ridiculous. Watching that movie Starstruck, I was dumbstruck, really, about how long it took for that mother just to recognize in her daughter the desire to succeed, or at the very least to not be a fucking slave. Could that mother not look into the mirror every night and think, I don't want my daughter to wind up like this, old and wrinkled and bent over and in pain from slaving all? No, that's not what I want from my daughter. It's like, I'll bust my ass to make sure that that never happens to her. And that's what I've done. And I really hope that by continuing through with the university, she will do just that. And she will succeed on her terms, not mine. I just want to make sure she succeeds. Period. Whatever that is. Whatever she decides that is. And I will do everything I can to keep anything or anyone from standing in her way to do just that. You know, you can do more than one thing. You don't have to just, I'm gonna give up and go do this, and that's all. Or I'm gonna try to do both until I get burned out, and then I can't finish the important one, right? I mean, how many kids after their first year of college go back, versus how many just say fuck it? And then how many of those years later actually go back? I'll bet the numbers are pretty low on those who actually succeed. And I bet the numbers are low because they don't get any help. They don't get support. They don't get a family that says, no, don't worry about your bills, I'll take care of it. No, I'll make sure that you get back and forth to school. I'll make sure your insurance is paid or whatever. You know, to me, that's his family, you know. I mean, when you're telling your kid, all right, you got to worry about your own shit, and you got to, and by the way, you got to pay your own bills, and you got to pay some rent too. Give me some rent. I'm like, what? What are you, a parent or a fucking landlord? You know? What are we teaching our kids? Being a slave and worrying about money is more important than fucking family? You know, it was only a 20-minute movie, half an hour movie. But, man, it took some heavy shoehorning to get that mom to do a full turnaround. And even then, I'm sure she was sitting there crying, going, this is a beautiful song, but she's not that great, and I don't know if she's going to make it. Maybe she should go back to... I mean, jeez. I bet the mother was still thinking that shit, right? I don't know. Maybe you should like to be a slave instead, eh? Oh, she pissed me off. And it's that, I'm sorry to say, that old world mentality where you're just so wrapped up in making ends meet and paying the man that you completely lose yourself. You're nothing anymore. You're just a number. You're just a speck, you know. Oh, that's just horrible. We can succeed as humans working together to better ourselves than we ever will going about it the way we are now. You know, you're either a slave or you're fucked and you got nothing. There's very little in between where you can live peacefully with the world, but not, you know, feel like you're constantly swimming upstream to get anywhere. Homelessness, is it more the people who are just totally done with being a slave? What's the percentage of people who are out there who are trying to follow that dream, you know? And that's more important than being a slave. I would hope that when two people get together to choose a life together, right, that they would invest in each other equally and make sure that each other's dreams are as fulfilled as we can make them, right? I think my wife and I have kind of done that through our daughter and through our home life. You know, we have a very happy, healthy home life. Last night we sat on the couch and watched a movie, a random movie. And just sat there and watched the movie with the dogs and talked and laughed, and it was a normal evening. There was no anticipation of anything. There was no arguments about who didn't do what or who did what or whatever. And that's a normal evening. I dare to say that most normal evenings in normal households are not like that. They're filled with arguments and debates and criticisms and slurs, and we just have such a no drama, low drama existence, mainly because life is hard enough, and life throws so many things at you to create those things yourself over, you know, petty little differences or arguments or stupid mistakes, you know. And my wife and I dare say my daughter, we recognize that. And we just don't go there, you know. We just don't go there. There's enough out there in the world to make life fucked up. You don't need to help it at all, you know. You just don't. So we don't. We just try to ease through life best we can. Let me take a look at my schedule here and make sure that we're on topic. Yep, Benji, Starstruck, the best of the stylistics. Tomorrow we're going to talk about Laverne and Shirley, the TV series. I love Laverne and Shirley. It's great stuff. Let's see. After the show tomorrow, we're packing up and we're going camping. We're going to head up into the mountains and camp for a couple of nights in Big Bear, California. So we're going to be doing broadcasting from there. So if you don't catch it live, check the playlists and see what we got. And then I'll be back here in the studio on Friday with more in-studio stuff. And Friday we're going to be doing a day that I like to call Playing with Matches. And we just talk about shit from my childhood, and we pull out matchbooks out of my matchbook collection, and we look through those. And that's fun. It's fun stuff, baby. I'm telling you, man, it's great. The movie from this morning, Starstruck, is still reeling through my head. Clickety, 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 clickety. It was a challenge to watch. It was a challenge to get through that mother and her attitude toward her own child's future. I was dumbstruck watching Starstruck. Wow. Yeah, she really pissed me off, that mother. If she'd have invited me to that party and started pulling that shit, I'd have been like Yolanda there, like, hey, why you want to be a slave, huh? Why you no go be a singer? Go be a singer. No, everybody's all happy that she's, become an indentured servant. Jeez. And then what did she do? She went and she talked to her boss, and he said, yeah, it's no problem. I just thought, we'd try to do that. But if your music is the most important thing, then yeah, and you want to promise that you're not going to run off without giving us notice, then sure, we'll do that. You can go to school and go to college and stuff, But that mother, man, how long it took for her to turn around and get her head out of her ass. Why would you do that to your own kid? Work your ass off for your kid just to make sure that they can become exactly what... No way. No way. If there's one thing I can do with the rest of my life, it's make sure that my daughter doesn't become a fucking slave. Keep going to school. Keep doing smart stuff for your brain. When you decide to go out into the fields of employment, do it with intelligence, and if not, go out there and bust your ass and be the best at whatever it is you're going to be, and then write your own fucking ticket. Hell yeah, that's what I always did. I mean, I couldn't go to school because I just felt like I couldn't do it, not until I was in my damn 30s, right? But whatever job I did, I was always the best there, From when I started in construction, just doing cleanup, on into being a foreman in painting, a supervisor, running my own crews, running my own company, to working in plastics, where I was the man in charge. Whatever it was that I did, I always made sure that I did it to the best of my ability, so that you could reap the rewards of that. And if you were working for somebody who didn't recognize your talent, hit the road, move on to something else, and somebody else who does appreciate what you do, But if I could have gone to school at an early age, and that thought right there, that thought is exactly why I get behind my daughter and nudge her as best I can when she needs it, if she needs it, rarely. I'm hoping she takes my advice and earns a bachelor's in art. She doesn't want to go for a master's. She says it's just too much. I said, well, do art then, because that's not too much. You won't have to do anything but art, especially with all the units that you've already gathered. You go here in town here for free because you graduated. You might even be able to work out a great deal at San Bernardino because you'll have a bachelor's already from there. So go for it, go for it, go for it. Family is here to make sure that you succeed. Especially if you're not working, then we should be here to back you up, right? So that you can just better yourself. Because that benefits everyone, and it benefits the world especially. So, I know that any school would be glad to have her, regardless of what she's going to do. So, Dan, we're just here to get her done. Get her done. The AC is a little cold this morning, so my coffee's already cold again. Bummer. I'm going to go heat it up, and then we're going to talk for the last 10 minutes of the show, and then I'm finally going to quit it for this morning and stop annoying my house guest. Well, he's annoying me. He's the one snoring. But that's what happens when you come stay here. You stay in my studio. This is my studio. The house. It's a small house. Don't matter where you're at in my house. It's a studio. If I make too much noise, my wife's like, texts me, shut the hell up. Jeez. Alright, I won't worry about heating up the coffee. There's not enough time left. It's just not. It's just not. Alright, so I know Joey's not watching, so who else is watching out there? There's got to be somebody else watching, because I know it's me and somebody else. So whoever you are, good morning. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I've got the video time machine kind of rolling through my head. I hope I'm able to put enough together to pay respect to a couple very important people, Loretta Swit and Peter Yarrow of Peter, Paul, and Mary. Loretta Swit, especially because I grew up with her on TV. She was a regular fixture on TV. Hollywood Squares. I'm sure she was on Hollywood Squares a number of times. Peter Yarrow, especially because of the song Puff the Magic Dragon, which was my favorite song as a little itty-bitty kid. So I'm deeply saddened by this news, and hopefully we'll be able to pay respects well enough in the video time machine. There's a lot of people who pass away who are celebrities and stuff, but most of the time they weren't in my era. And these are two from my era that were really important. So if they were alive pre-90s and doing something heavy in my life, then chances are when they pass away, I'm gonna try to pay some kind of homage to them, because hopefully someday somebody will do that for me. I'm gonna do my own obituary, probably. My own EOL video, end of life video. Yep, this is him. This is that guy. Produced, written, directed by that guy. That's all this channel is. That's all this show is. It's just me saying hello and goodbye. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Because this is the morning show. Totally, man. Totally. Later on in the week, we're going to talk more about... In fact, last night I was talking to my wife about conspiracies and conspiracy theories, because I like to just go and just talk without a filter and without really thinking, because then I'm allowed freedom of imagination, but freedom to get it right? If you don't think too much, and it's like auto writing. You put a pencil in your hand and you just start scribbling, right? And if you scribble long enough, at some point you will either create something coherent or write something coherent, right? And for me, speaking Just talking. It's like that. And at some point, just blathering, I actually start to make sense. Because most of the time I don't. Most of the time it's me just, flapping my gums. That's it. But every once in a while, I actually come up with something real and tangible. And you're like, wait a second, he's onto something there. I think he's got it. You never know what that's going to be. My conversation in bed with my wife last night about, I don't even remember, I was on. I don't remember any of it. But it was a great conversation. It was fun. It was just all about, what's going on in the world and why people are doing this and why people are doing that. And it's probably best I don't remember it because it's probably too political. There was probably a little bit of religion involved, a little bit of politics, and a lot of slurs on humanity because humanity is just so overrun with a population of morons. That's it. That's usually the gist. The gist of what pisses me off in the world is people are stupid. A person can be intelligent, but when you group people together, you can just herd them like cattle, right? When you get people en masse on social media, they just turn into idiots. Well, gosh, 1,000 other people said it. It must be real. I must have to do it now. Man, stupid just begets more stupid. And no one wants to put in the work anymore to be intelligent and to have rational thoughts, logical follow-through. They just want to run amok and then be told what to do next and what to run amok about next, right? It's really, really sad. Well, what are you? Hey, man, I ain't perfect. But I'm perfectly willing to accept that. And I'm perfectly willing to change. Are you? I'm not so set in my ways that somebody can't come along and say, you know what, a better way to think about that is this. And then I'll think about it and decide, yeah, maybe you're right. Or maybe you're just an idiot. Maybe you've been programmed. You never know. I'm more than willing to think about myself logically and rationally and openly and realistically and open-mindedly, unbiased, and take a step back and look at myself and go, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe I should think differently about this or that or those or these or thems or thems or theses and themses. You never know. Most of the time people don't deserve a chance because they're just so fucking, this is it. I'm going to be this guy forever. I'm never going to change. You can't get me to change. I'm always going to be a Republican. I'm always going to be a Democrat. I'm always going to be this or that or this or that. Why? Because my family's been that way and that just, change is good. Without change, it just gets fucking weird. It's like having a small gene pool, right? If there's just a small amount of change, nothing ever really gets done. We just keep going in circles, chasing our tails. We need change. Change is good. A little change in your pocket. Yep. All right. Let me dig out a little doobage here and do a last bong hit. Last sip of coffee. Get ready to go out and pack that van full of camping gear. My wife and I are gonna go out this morning, and we're gonna go pick up camping gear and get gas and get food from Walmart. Yes, Walmart. We have to go to a couple of different stores actually, so it should be a lot of fun. So we're gonna do that this morning. She's going to be up here shortly, and we're going to have breakfast and coffee. Probably be out of here within an hour of that. And then there's not going to be a Minecrafting show tonight because it's just too crazy hectic. I'm not going to get a nap. The kids are, you know, tired, and I'm just not up to it. So I have officially canceled the show for this evening. I'm not going to get a nap today, so I'm hoping that because of that I can get to sleep early and be ready for, you know, tomorrow's exodus from the desert to the mountains. Oh, I cannot wait. All right, one last bong hit here. Oh yeah. A little bit of adios there on the message board, and thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate your presence and your presence. It's been great. I love you all. You guys know what to do, right? I swear you know what to do. You've been through this a million times, right? Be nice, be kind to each other, spread peace and love, not bullshit, right? Do unto others, right? It's right there. If you ain't doing that, well, then what are you religious for, right? And most especially, you know, well, do something for yourself, but do something for somebody else too. Makes you feel good, makes the world a better place. And most especially, stay weird, because if you ain't weird, ain't nobody gonna be weird for you. This has been Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy here in the morning. Thank you for joining me. I will see you in the manana here in the studio, and then a couple of days in Big Bear. We'll see you there. Thank you for joining me. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I love you very much, and adios, people.